down, yeah. I've been feeling so down, yeah.
Hi guys, it's Trish. Welcome back to my channel. I hope all of you guys are doing well. In this video, I will show you how to draw figures with dimension. In exercise 4-1, we are given a power feed bracket. Go to the layer properties, then add new layer. First, name this as dimension. Then change its color to red. Then OK. Next, add another layer. Name this as hidden. Change its color to green. Then click OK. For its line type, change it. Click load, then change it from hidden. Change it to hidden, rather. Then OK. Add another layer again. Named it purple line. Change its color to purple. Change its line type. Load to center to. Then click OK. So after that, we now have our layer that we will be using later. Now click circle, center diameter, then specify the diameter, which is 1.13, then enter. Click circle again, then its diameter will be 2.06 diameter. For our third circle, we will put 2.88 as its diameter. Now, let's command line. From the center of the circle downwards with a length of 1.49, make sure it is connected to the quadrant of the third circle. Then drag the line to the right with a length of 2.62. After that, next, command circle, then center radius. Specify the center of the circle, then set the radius to 0.375. Then enter. After that, use the center diameter again for our second circle, then type 1.88 for its diameter. Next, command line. Starting from the center of the first circle to the right with the length of 5.26, then extend upward with the length of 1.62, enter, then drag line to the left with the length of 3.62, then downward with a length of 1.26, then lastly to the right and type its length 3.62, then escape. After that, we have to connect the second circle to this point. So we have to command line, then shift, then click the right on our mouse, then choose tangent. Then starting from the end point of the circle, connect the tangent to another circle, 15.6814. So after doing that, command fillet, then R, then 0.12. Then choose the side you want to fillet. Then repeat it on the other side. So command line, then trace for us to be guided if it's parallel to the line that we have made earlier. So after that, you have to connect this quadrant of the circle to the side of the rectangle we have fillet earlier. Then tangent. So now we have to command line or click here. Draw a line in the middle of the rectangle. And after that, we have to command line again. After commanding a line, starting from here upward, Then command line again, then create a midpoint line on the rectangle. So after putting that midpoint line, command fillet, then R, set the radius of 0.94. Then click the lines that you want to fillet. After that, command line again, then drag this line so that they are now connected. And command line again, then starting from the center of the circle, going to the right with a length of 1.70. Then drag the line upward with a length of 0.56. Then drag this line downward again with a 0.56. After that, drag the end point of the line to the sides of the circle. Command line again, or simply click here. Then, starting from the bottom of the circle downward with a length of 0.97, then drag to the left, length of 0.47, then to the intersection, drag upward. So after doing that, do it to the other side. Next is starting from this line, draw a 0.28 length, then upward of 0.77 length. Then do it to the other side. Then connect those endpoints. After doing all those lines, you can now trim the excess lines or the unwanted lines in this figure. So after trimming the excess lines, we can now proceed in dimensioning. So click layer, then choose dimension. Dimension, choose linear. Then click on these sides. So before that, we have to fix our dim style. Then modify, check the color of the lines and the text and its height as well. And choose the primary unit 0.00, then set current. After that, you can now proceed in dimensioning. Dimensions, then click on the center of the circle to the side so we can get the dimension of 5.26. So as you can see, we are starting at the upper part of the figure for our dimension because it will serve as a guide for the circle that we will make later. Now that we are done with the upper dimension, click circle, then center diameter. Trace the dimension that we did earlier, and the diameter is 0.375, then enter. Do it to the other side. Circle, center diameter, trace, Then diameter is 0.375 as well. After doing that, you can now erase the lines that you have made, then connect or extend our dimensions until the center of the circle. So after that, command line, then draw a line starting from the center upwards with a length of 3.023 tab 82 degrees. Then offset this line. Command offset 0.28 to the left and to the right. After offsetting this line, press escape, then click our layers, then choose dimension so that we have a red color, then draw a red line downward with 1.0418 tab 99 degrees. Then drag the line to the right 0.28 distance tab 13 degrees. After that, starting from the center to the left, distance of 0.28, then an angle of 167 degrees. After doing that red line, you can now click the layers, then choose hidden, change the line to a hidden, then starting from here, going upward 0.88 length with an angle of 82. Then we will do it on the other side. From the right side, so from the right side, 0.88 with an angle of 82 degrees as well. So from the bottom part, measure 0.65 distance with an angle of 173 degrees. Command line again, then from the other side, 0.65 length with an angle of 7 degrees. Then after that, command line again, then put a lines here. So after putting those lines, we can now trim the excess or unwanted lines. So after we trim the excess or unwanted lines, we can now command offset, fillet rather, with a radius of 0.12. Then fillet the sides of the green or hidden lines. So after we fillet that hidden lines, we can now proceed in layer properties. Then choose purple line. Our line type is center. Then we will make a purple line at the midpoint of the figures. After that, from our layer properties, choose hidden. Line type is hidden. Command circle, then center diameter. Then set diameter as 4.7136. Then enter. After doing that, we can now trim the excess or unwanted lines. So we will erase the red lines and those unnecessary lines like the lines that we offset earlier. So we will proceed in dimensions, layers, then click dimension, then choose linear. After that, click those sides of the lines that you want to have dimensions. In here, you can see that I am starting from the linear dimensions of the power feed bracket. So after putting all the linear dimensions in our left side of the figure or left side of the power feed bracket, we now go to layer properties, then choose hidden. Line type is hidden as well. Then we will make a hidden line here starting from the center of this circle. With the length of 0.1866. After doing that, command line, then drag the line to the quadrant of the circle. Then command line again, do it downward 0.1866. Then repeat what we did earlier, drag. After that, after dragging to the quadrant of the circle, trim the excess lines. Then that's it. Then command offset, because we will offset this purple line. Specify the offset distance 0.15. Then offset from the bottom and top. After we offset this, proceed to layer properties, then click hidden. Line type is also hidden. After doing that, we can now trim the excess lines. So after that, click again the layer properties, then choose dimensions, and in dimensions, choose leader. Then we can now put our given dimensions. In here, we put leader dimension line to establish a connection between a graphical representation of an item and some text. In putting this leader dimension line, you can base on the figure given. So it is easy for us to know which lines need dimensions because of the basis or the figure that was given to us. So we are almost done inputting dimensions in the left side of the power feed bracket. So to start the right side, command line, then starting from here, going to the right with a distance of 3, then drag the line upward 0.9908, then drag it to the right with 1.88 distance, then downward, same as the length of the other side, then connect it. Command line, then starting from here, measure 0.56, then drag the line downward, delete unnecessary line, do it to the other side, measure a distance of 0.38, then after that, drag the line downward and delete the unnecessary line. Then now, go to layer properties, choose dimension, then make a dimension of 5.06. We will put these dimensions because it will serve as a basis for us and for us to easily identify where do we put our lines. Okay, so command lines, starting from here, use this midpoint as a guide, upward, then a length of 0.62, drag it downward, then connect it. So after that, command line again, drag upward, use this line as a basis, then length of 0.70, drag downward, then midpoint as a basis, then connect it again. After that, go to layer properties, click dimension, then dimension, click linear, then put the dimension of those lines that you have made. Specify the first point and the end point, then drag upward so that we can able see the dimensions. Okay, so starting from here, command line, then measure 0.14, drag downward, then connect. Then put dimension of 1.30. It will serve as a guide. After that, command line, then follow the top of the circle, then make a line starting from the right to left. Then after that, click layer properties, then choose hidden. The line type is hidden as well. Then draw a hidden line here. And that's it. After that, connect that hidden line. First, command line. And then connect that hidden line at the end point of the line that we made for us to be able to have a diagonal line. Next is command circle, center diameter, and the diameter, which is 0.375, then enter. Then command line again. Starting from here, draw a line. So we have a guide for us to be able to make a hidden line at the midpoint of this section. And that's it. Drag to the right. Then trim the excess lines or unnecessary lines. After that, go to layer properties, then change this line to hidden, then copy selection, put it in here, and that's it. And then make this line as a hidden line as well. Yes, that's it. After that, command line or simply click here, then make a downward line with a length of 0.16, then escape, make a line here diagonally and connect it, then trim that 0.16 line that you made. And after that, okay, so for the next step, command fillet with a radius of 0.12, then click the size you want to fillet. Then fix the dimension of these lines. Make sure it is parallel to the other side. And that's it. Then command line, starting from here downward, then to the left to connect it. That's it. So after that, let's fillet again these sides with a radius of 0.12. So now make a line downward with a distance of 1.88, then drag the line to the left, then change the layer properties to purple line, then make a midpoint, make a purple line in the middle. After that, put dimensions. Then click draw, choose circle, center, radius with a radius of 0.18, then enter. Then for the second circle, radius of 0.6, enter. And command line. After that, make this as a guideline. Then extend these lines here. Command line, then connect this line in here so that we can have a hidden line. Command line again, then draw a line or extend a line until here. Then trim the excess or unnecessary lines. Next is command fillet, then radius, enter. Then fillet those sides of lines. And then after that, click draw, then choose circle, center radius, then radius is 2, then enter. Okay, after that, command line from the top part of the quadrant of the circle. So after putting a line at the top of the circle, we will fillet that lines. Now command circle, then radius. So specify the center of circle, make a circle with the radius of 1.5, then in here 1.6, then trim the excess lines or unwanted lines. So after that, after trimming the excess lines, command circle, then diameter of 0.1875. Then command circle again with the diameter of 1.12. After that, command line, then from the top and to the bottom of the circle, command line again, and make a downward line here. After making a downward line, trim the excess or unnecessary lines. Try making another circle that will fit this figure. So it will be connected. So after trimming those lines, you can now move or adjust this so that they will be perfectly connected with each other. Then trim the unnecessary lines. Then after trimming all the unnecessary lines, that's it. Now we have our power feed bracket. Then layer properties, click dimensions, then put all the dimensions or fix the dimensions with its corresponding lines. So after using our linear dimension, we are now using the leader for our radius. So after we fixed these dimensions, we are now done. This is how you do or how to make a power feed bracket and its dimension. Thank you for watching.